everybody. Amanda Coulong with TechZulu.com, live streaming here from the Alcatel-Lucent Lounge at South by Southwest Interactive. So excited to be joining you here. This is our 4th year at South by Southwest as TechZulu, so lots of fun times. It's raining outside for those of you who might be in Los Angeles or other places watching this, so you can laugh at us. Everyone is, wearing ponchos and running around scurrying through the streets, but it's still going to be an amazing show. Yes, it is amazing. And you're probably wondering, why am I sitting here with this gentleman to my left? Well, it is because I am joined here for our great opening with Josh Karp of PepsiCo. You're the director of digital there, yeah?
I am, that's correct. And it is, I believe it's 70 degrees in New York and 50 and raining in Austin, so go figure on that. But yes, I'm director of digital media at PepsiCo. Thrilled to be here.
So PepsiCo's doing a lot of stuff at South by. You always have, but this year is especially big because there's some sort of unconference going on, correct? What's that all about?
Yeah, I mean, so at PepsiCo, we're big fans of South by Southwest. This is my 4th South by. It is our 4th as a platinum sponsor. We have the biggest activation we've ever had. So we have brands like Pepsi, Mountain Dew, Doritos here, big consumer brands. So it's the first time that we've had such a big activation. And we believe South by Southwest is at the center of culture. It's where a lot of culture, specifically digital culture, breaks. So it really makes sense that brands like Pepsi, Dew, and Doritos are here. These are brands that are sort of at the center of culture. So we're doing that. We're announcing the expansion of PepsiCo 10, which is our tech incubator we're going to be doing in India, Brazil this year. And
now, wait. Why India and Brazil specifically?
I mean, these are two. So PepsiCo 10 is a program to connect our brands with startups, with digital startups in the areas of social, mobile, gaming. We launched it in the US in 2010. We did it in Europe last year. So India and Brazil are just two strategic, important markets for our business. They're markets with really amazing consumer trends, a population that is really coming online, and so a lot of really good innovation happening in those markets. So we're excited to be expanding there.
I personally just think it's so interesting how PepsiCo as a company is on that cutting edge of trying to identify the newest innovations that they can then adopt. I mean, is that really part of your role?
I think for us, it's really being able to see around corners. So, being at South by Southwest is a great example of that. Again, culture breaks here, digital culture breaks here. PepsiCo 10 is really about seeing around corners and also really building a deep relationship with digital startups, learning from them, exposing our employee base to them, seeing technologies that are a little more raw than we would typically see them, understanding the digital entrepreneur mindset. And ultimately, it comes down to we want to become a place where technology wants to break because we know how to work and ultimately help grow technologies that are fit for our business.
Now, a lot of people head up digital for smaller companies, mid-sized companies, but you're heading up digital for this massive, massive company. What is that like? I mean, what are some of maybe the tools that you utilize, or what are some of the trends that you're seeing even in social, digital overall? What's that like?
Yeah, great question. I mean, so we have an amazing organization, a lot of really smart digital marketers, communications teams, brand teams, technology teams, and they have a lot of really great cutting-edge work happening. What we try and do is understand what's working really well in one business. How do we have a saying, lift and shift good ideas from one place to another. It is something that we say often. Replicate.
Lift and shift. I love this.
Well, we're a big, we're a $60 billion food and beverage company, the second largest in the world. So for us, there's a lot of great stuff happening around the world, and we try and identify what's working and try and replicate it elsewhere. And a lot of people are looking at the same challenges. How do we leverage social media? How do we leverage mobile? How do we do more social networks? So what we try and do is, work with the teams. We do a lot around training and education from the leadership on down. It's about building out digital competency across the organization.
Now, Josh, what are some of the apps that you use as the head of digital at PepsiCo?
Oh, I mean, I think the apps, that's a great question. I mean, I think actually the app I use most is the American Airlines app, to be perfectly honest with you. I think right now there's a ton happening. And really here at South by, it's sort of taking digital and making it analog, or sort of so there are apps like Highlight that are being, buzzed about.
What do you think of that logo? Be honest.
I think it's interesting. I think it's new, it's raw. I can't.
It doesn't hurt your eyes. It hurts my eyes a little bit.
It's easy for me to find in the on the phone with so many apps. It jumps out at you. That's for sure.
Has anyone added you to a group text chat yet?
Yes, they certainly have. Oh, I actually, my team, we use group text a lot. I think more than they would like, but I definitely have been in that situation. So.
And what about your experience here at South by? What are you personally excited about, and what are you going to be doing while you're here?
It's a great
Barbecue.
question. Oh, certainly barbecue. I think I've already had, perhaps enough. But I mean, right now we actually brought down, we have what's called a digital council. So the 25 or 30 of our top digital leadership are here at South by, and we're doing a series of meetings here. Then we're going to go to the conference. Frankly, where we are right now in the startup village area, I'm really excited about. I think what's being done from that perspective is really exciting this year. And I think South by Southwest has done a great job of building out that capability and making a lot of different types of companies available to check out. So I'm super excited about that. There's some great talks that I'm interested in, but ultimately it's about walking around, checking out the trade show, Screen Burn, and ultimately seeing the technologies that I wouldn't get a chance to actually experience otherwise, and networking with people.
Would you say that South by is the place that happens the most out of a handful of these different tech trade shows that we all go to?
I think it's got a certain vibe to it that this morning I said it was sort of the Bonnaroo meets CES type of vibe. So I don't know if
I like that. I say it's the spring break for geeks.
So spring break for geeks. I don't know. Yeah, I mean I think there's something about South by Southwest. So we every year we bring down leadership for a couple days, company leadership to really get a sense of what we believe the future is going to be. So there's something about hearing amazing keynotes from people like Gary Vaynerchuk while there's beach balls bouncing through the crowd and he's dropping F-bombs, getting the vibe and seeing kind of the audience and how they're consuming multiple devices while watching a keynote at the same time, and just so seeing the type of folks here I think is something that can only be has to be experienced to be believed. So for us that's really why we come every year and why we continue to invest in it.
Well, I think it's a testament, too, to what South by Southwest Interactive is, the fact that PepsiCo is such a major sponsor and has such a presence here. It says that there are some amazing innovations that come out of this conference, like very early stage companies, products that are in their alpha, just things that are going to be big trends for that year. So great on you, great on you for identifying that.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, it comes from the top down. Again, it's really about seeing around corners, understanding how our consumers are going to be using technology, not this year, but next year, the year after, and ultimately getting ahead of those trends and understanding them.
And you also even have another, we can't really quite talk about it, but one of your brands is going to be doing some major stuff here at South by too. Which one is that? And we'll check back in later.
Well, we have multiple brands. I mean, Doritos is doing some amazing things later this week. They're going to be announcing some of their most exciting innovation ever. So we're thrilled. Pepsi is doing an amazing music activation. Brisk is going to be here. Mountain Dew is going to be here as well. So we're excited about what's going on across the company.
Well, I know that you probably have a million meetings scheduled and parties to go to tonight, so I won't keep you any longer, but thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. It's great to be here with you and enjoy South by.
Definitely. We will see you again. Everybody, this is Josh Karp with PepsiCo. Thanks so much.